All right, friends. Thought T might have gotten back. Here we are. We're finally at episode 4. Sorry if I'm a little late, but we're at episode 4. It's been a couple days. I had to do some other things, so I had to take some time off. But we're back at episode 4, and what we have done is we have cleaned up our head. We have ported our head on the intake. We ported our head on the exhaust. Now we're going to start to polish our head, and we'll show you how we did that. Okay? So first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that the head is completely clean as best we can get it from grease and debris and garbage. Come on. Don't eat this. I'm going to put a new one in there. Alright. Now what we're going to do, now, another reason why I left the valves in, because I didn't want any debris into the valve slide where the valve goes through, okay? Because I'm going to use this wire wheel just to clean off the junk and the gunk that's on the head, okay, before we start to polish it. And we don't want these little tiny metal filings from this wire wheel to go into this thing. That's why when you're completely finished with this, you're going to spend a whole bunch of time blowing this out with the air, getting every little nook and cranny out of, you're going to blow in every little hole, every little spot to make sure that you don't have any little filings left in the head itself. All right, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to put some safety glasses on. Okay, and then we're just going to clean this up. On an aluminum head, just goes real quick. On a cast iron head, it might take a little bit longer. And I'm not really beating on this. I'm letting the drill do all the work. I'm just holding it steady. And you can see all the oxidation just blowing right off this. Alright, so we got most of the debris cleaned up, okay? And now we're going to start to polish this off here. Now, most of you are probably saying, why is he even bothering doing the underside of the head? You're not going to see it. You're right. Most likely, you're not going to see it. Okay, especially if you're like us and we're putting a 5.4 in a S197 2005 Mustang. Okay, you're not even going to see the head, period. Okay, the only part of the head that you're probably going to see, because we're going to be using a Sullivan intake manifold, is right here. Okay, this you're not going to see. The exhaust you're not going to see regardless. The only guy that's going to see the exhaust is the guy that puts the exhaust system in. Okay, so you won't see that side of the head at all. You never know what you're going to see as far as to show the thing. Okay, when you're building something like this, or you're going to go to a car, to a car stop, or to the ice cream shop or whatever, you're going to open the hood. Okay, people are going to want to see what's in it, because when you pull up, when you sound like you belong on the track, okay, they're going to say what's in that. Okay, and you're going to want to show them. Number one. Number two, here's the other reason why I want the entire head clean. Because if any leaks, okay, and I have a head that's, I just took off something else, just to throw on there and to run it, and I didn't clean it, and it's leaking, but it matches the dirt that's already on there, I won't know if it's leaking or not. Okay, so if I start off with a really clean, fresh head, I'll know immediately. I'll be able to find my leak if I do have one. Okay, so a minute leak you'll be able to find, because your head is all cleaned up. All right, so now we're going to take, what I did was I followed Drift Dreams 242. He did an episode where he polished his Terminator motor. Okay, so he had a Terminator 4.6 liter, and it's an aluminum block. So he polished his block, and what he used was Mother's metal polish. Point it out, look on the wall where it belongs. Okay, so first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring this down so you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. That should work. You stay put. All right. So the first thing I want to do, Mother's mag and aluminum polish. Okay, works really good. And Drift Dream spent hours, by the look of it, going like this to his 4.6 liter block. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the process, because I don't have the patience for that. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to load this up. That, shake it around. Now here I'm pressing down. Okay, so I'm pressing on this. So when you see that, that means that it's polishing the aluminum, because it is taking off the crap that's still on there. And you can use this on anything. You just don't need to do it on your heads. You can do it on your alternator, water pump. If you have aluminum pulleys, shine your aluminum pulleys. Anything that's basically aluminum you can shine. Okay. Alright, time to change the wheel. Go to the polish wheel. And I'm not even pushing on this. I'm letting the machine do its thing. I'm just holding on. And this is not a one coat application. You're going to do this a couple times. Polish doesn't want to come out of this spot. It's gunked up in these little squares. That's why I use the metal wire wheel to get it out of the squares. So again, I'm not going to see much of this head, so I'm not going to go crazy polishing it. But here you can clearly see that it is definitely shiny. Don't worry about the intake port. I have to use some acetone to get the rest of this gasket material off. Okay, so this will be just as clean as this when I'm get this material off here, because I got to use some acetone to get the gasket stuff off. But a couple of more coats of this. And it can look like this. This is the polished aluminum cover. Okay, this was black. I took all the paint off it. That's the spark plug cover. It goes on the head, and I just polished it up. So you could continue to polish a couple more coats, some others, okay, and it'll look like this when it's finished. I'm not going to look for that. I don't need that. Okay, I'm just cleaning this up. I'm going to leave this. Maybe I'll do 1 or 2 more coats, but I'm going to leave this. I just wanted to show you that this is how we did it. Okay, I used the same exact steps to do this here. All right, and you can see that this is, you know, almost mirror finish. So there you have it. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clean up the surface here. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to see this. It's facing the head. It's facing down. The head goes this way. You're not going to see that. Okay, you're only going to see this part because of the solid intake manifold that we're putting. Okay, it's a single plane intake manifold, so it's got fingers like this on it. So you'll see this portion. All right, you're not going to see the back. I'm not going to kill myself cleaning it up, but I did, like I said, wire brushed it. Okay, it's all wire brushed, and this way if I see any leaks, it'll be nice and easy to spot. Okay, the head's ported, both exhaust and intake. So this head is now oiled. Okay, I oiled it so the springs don't rust. So the valves don't rust. Now we're just waiting for the springs and the cams, and then we can assemble this, and then this is ready to go. All right. So this episode 4, episode 1, 2, and 3 tells you all about how we polished. We didn't polish the ports because we don't have to. Okay. But how we cleaned our heads, ported our heads, and polished our heads. Okay. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like what you see. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment too. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. Any suggestions? All right. Any comment? Any suggestions that you guys want to see or you want to talk about? Just fill out the comment. Let us know. All right. Till next time.